In the previous part, yesterday we had discussed about the characteristics of living organism. Now today we are here discussing first of all exact definition of living organism. What we had discussed yesterday can be concluded here. We can say that living organisms are self-replicating, self-evolving, self-regulating, interactive system capable of responding to external stimuli. All those characteristics are concluded in these three lines. After that, today we are here taking up the page number 6, that is diversity in the living world. Diversity in the living world is explaining about the large world of living organism around you. You children can see a large world of living organism is present in our surrounding. More the area, more will be the living organism. But as such as in total, it will say about 10 million number of species are there. Out of that, only 1.7 million species are labeled and they are being named or they are being identified. So first of all, just for the sake of convenience or for the sake of study, this large world of living organism is to be categorized into different group. For that, there is a system that is called as, first of all, they should be named. So this system of naming the living organism, scientific naming, is called as nomenclature. You know that for a single thing or for a single living organism, there are various local names, but those will not help us just when the scientists are talking to each other. For that, they need to have the scientific name. So this system of naming scientifically the living organism is called as nomenclature. And next is identification. Identification means once a new organism is being discovered or found, then it is to be identified and then it is to be categorized. Means discussing or observing its characteristics is called as what? Identification. Once the nomenclature and identification is been done, but nomenclature is to be done under a criteria, and that criteria for the plant is called as botanical nomenclature system. Code for botanical nomenclature ICBN, and international code for geological nomenclature is ICZ. And again I am repeating, international code for botanical nomenclature ICBN, and for the animal, international code for geological nomenclature. Then what is this binomial system of nomenclature? In nomenclature, always a scientific name will have two words. First name is of genus and other name will be of its species. The name of the genus will always be written with the capital letter and name of the species will be written with the small letter, and they are to be written in Latins. But if we are writing it in our notebook or with our hand, then they are to be underlined separately. Suppose the name of mango, that is Mangifera indica. So M is to be started, which is the name of genus. Mangifera is to be start with the capital letter, and indica is the name of the species, is to be start with the small letter. Now it comes the classification. As it is a large world of living organism is there, for a sake of convenience, they are to be categorized into different categories. And there is a criteria for their classification which we will be discussing in the next chapter. But the classification is compulsory. They are to be grouped into different categories, and these categories are called as taxonomy, taxa. And this branch of biology which deals with identification, classification and nomenclature of living organism is called as what? Taxonomy. And Carolus Linnaeus is considered as father of taxonomy. Carolus Linnaeus has published a paper under the name Systema Naturae, in which they have shown the systemic arrangement of living organism. After that, it has extended its area in that the identification, nomenclature and classification of organism was started, and this is again called as systematics. That means taxonomy and systematic are more or less same, but systematic arrangement is systematic and identification, classification and nomenclature is called as what? Taxonomy. Thank you.